In this session, let us discuss the various sources of capital. We will concentrate on internal sources and external sources will be dealt in the next session. In the last session, we had discussed the meaning of sources of capital and the need for finance. So let us begin with the today's session. Finance is a constant requirement for every growing business. There are several sources of finance from where a business can acquire finance or capital which it requires. But the finance manager cannot just choose any of them indifferently. Every type of finance has different pros and cons in terms of cost, availability, eligibility, legal boundaries, and so on. Choosing the right source of finance is a challenge. To classify, financial sources can be classified on the basis of period. Then we can classify it on the basis of ownership and place. Coming to the classification of financial sources on the basis of period, financial sources can be classified into long-term sources and short-term sources. Long-term sources are required to finance the long-term financial needs of the firm. That is, funds for a period exceeding 5 to 10 years. All investments in plant, machinery, land, building are considered as long-term financial needs. There are different sources of funds available to meet long-term financial needs. These sources may be broadly classified into issue of shares or debt. Coming to the short-term sources are required to finance the short-term financial needs of the business, that is, funds for a period up to 1 year. All investments to finance the current assets such as stock, debtors, cash, etc. are considered as short-term financial needs. The different sources available to finance these short-term needs include trade credit, bank credit, commercial papers, customer advances, factoring, installment credit, and so on. Coming to the classification of sources on the basis of ownership, sources of capital on the basis of ownership can be classified into ownership or equity financing and debt financing. Ownership financing or debt financing. A public limited company may raise funds from promoters or public by way of owners or equity capital by issuing ordinary equity shares. The equity shareholders are the owners of the company as they undertake the highest risk. Coming to the debt financing, it represents debentures and bonds. A debenture or a bond is an acknowledgement of debt. The use of debt, or also called as creditorship financing, generally tends to reduce the cost of capital and helps to improve the earnings of the shareholders. Classification of sources of capital on the basis of place includes internal sources and external sources. Internal sources means the finance is generated internally by the business, and external sources means the finance is arranged outside the business. Selection of sources depends upon the period, need, and source for which the funds are required. Moving forward, let us discuss the various internal sources of capital. The term internal sources of finance itself suggests the very nature of finance or capital. This is the finance or capital which is generated internally by the business, unlike finances such as a loan, which is externally arranged by banks or financial institutions. We can classify the internal sources of capital into three. That is, there are three main internal sources of capital. The first one being retained profits or retained earnings, then sale of fixed assets, and the third important source, better management of working capital. Let's take up one by one. Retained earnings. Funds may also be provided by accumulating the profits of the company and by plowing them back into the business. It is also called as retained earnings. It is the sum that the company keeps or saves from profit for future use. Such funds actually belong to the ordinary shareholders and they increase the net worth of the firm. Public limited companies should plow back a reasonable amount of profit every year, keeping in view the legal requirements in this regard and its own expansion plans. There are two main benefits of this source. The first one being, such funds entail almost no risk as they are kept aside from the or saved from the profits which is already being earned. There is no risk attached to these funds. The second important benefit is that there is no dilution of control. This method or this source is ensuring that there is no dilution of control as the shares are not issued under this source. Hence, the control is undiluted and retains with the existing shareholders. Coming to the next source, sale of fixed assets. Fixed assets are those that are used for more than 1 year. For example, building, machinery, land, so on and so forth. It involves selling assets owned by the business. It can be used when the business no longer has a use for the asset or they need the money quickly. Business assets that can be sold include, for example, machinery, equipment, and excess stock. It can work as a short-term or long-term finance depending upon what kind of asset is being sold. It is a good idea to regularly screen the fixed asset register and find assets which are no longer in use or are already obsolete. These assets should be sold as early as any of such events happen so that dilution in the value of such asset would be less. But a major drawback of this type of capital is when the assets are sold before their useful life. Apart from losing on the services provided by the sold asset, there is a loss in the form of capital loss due to the asset being sold at scrap value. Since the business has to go through in detail and analyze whether which are the assets that have become obsolete and which has to be disposed immediately so that it need not be sold below its scrap value. At the same time, it should also take into consideration the useful life of the asset. If an asset is being sold before its economic life or estimated life, then definitely the business is going to incur loss on its sale. The next source is better management of working capital. It is interesting to know how a reduction in working capital can work as an internal source of finance. Working capital has two main components. The first one being current assets, which includes stock, inventory, account receivables, that is debtors, and cash and bank balances. The second component being the current liabilities. It includes accounts payable, that is creditors, and bank overdraft. Hence, we can say that working capital includes two main components: current assets, current liabilities. How can we achieve finance through better management of working capital is to be studied. So this can be achieved either by speeding up the cycle of account receivables and stock. That is, it is an unavoidable event for any business bearing a few. A finance manager should make strategies to speed up the collection of money from accounts receivables. The second way is by lengthening the cycle of account payables. Negotiating with good terms with accounts payable can finance part of the trade finance required for customers. The advantages of reducing the working capital is manifold. The primary benefit is savings on the interest cost paid on working capital loans, bank overdrafts, cash credit, etc. Some of the many secondary benefits which are achieved while in the process of reducing the working capital are savings on interest or cost, efficient overall working capital management, streamlined operations of the business, and savings on bank charges and other charges. Although it is difficult to locate any disadvantage of reducing working capital, risk of bankruptcy arises in an attempt to reduce the working capital to a very low level. Hence, the business firm has to consider all these three internal sources of finance and select that source which is best suitable for its situation. In this session, we discussed that there are various sources of finance. Sources of finance can be classified on the basis of period, ownership, and place. According to the classification on the basis of place, we considered internal sources and external sources. We also studied the various internal sources of finance, that is retained profits, sale of fixed assets, and better working capital management. In the next session, we will take up the external sources of finance. For further studies, this material can be referred. Thank you.